I'll turn some knobs.
We'll keep you posted.
All right, let's take some calls. Start out with this is Sarah. What's going on, Sarah? 20. Sarah? Sarah?
Yes.
What's going on?
Hi, how are you?
Good. What's going on?
Here's my situation. My husband is in the military. He went in last July, and I found out that while he was in boot camp, he was writing another girl.
Who was she?
Some girl that he met like a week and a half before he left for boot camp. No idea who she is.
Writing her?
Yes, writing her.
Is he a time traveler? Did he go back to the 18th century and get a quilled pen? And
Dearest m'lady, and he's dipping it into the ink.
So long, 1764.
It's been a fortnight since I've gazed into your eyes. Wow. No twittering, no email, no nothing. Just writing.
Hang on a second, Sarah. Quick aside here. One of my favorite things about, was it the Adam Carolla show? What was the one that had the 1750 man? Or whatever,
1780s guy?
1780s man. That was the best thing ever.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of 1780s guys up on YouTube if you want to.
Set that up for people.
You know, all right, well, try not to digress too much, but it was the idea of taking like one of the founding fathers and trying to explain to him how things work.
Like taking Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah, and it was like he would do things like he'd say things like spinners. It'd be like custom wheels, like spinning wheels, and he'd say, so even though the horseless carriage is not in motion, the wheels remain spinning? Yes. And this delights the Negro? Like, that was the whole bit. And I would never have an answer for him. And then every once in a while we would break the form where it was the internet. There's a magical box filled with maidens who are undressed. And I'd say, yeah, you have one of these? Yes. Make haste! He yelled and ran out of the frame.
Huzzah!
Yeah, you can. I think you can go to YouTube and look those up if you like. But that was 1780s guy.
All right, Sarah, how long had you been married when he took off for boot camp?
We were married for about 8 months.
And he met some woman and then started communicating with her, I'm assuming email.
Yeah.
Writing letters. He said that he was afraid that when he came back, I would have found somebody else while he was gone the 4 months.
There was another good 1780s guy where I introduced the New England Patriots front line to him, and there's a bunch of 300-pound black guys, and he was really confused. By it, sorry. Yeah. Now, I was thinking about 1780s guy. So this guy, how did you discover the letters?
Well, they weren't allowed to take their cell phones to boot camp, so I had his phone, and she texted the phone, and I answered it, and she told me that he had been writing her. So when I confronted him about it, he admitted to it. He said it was no big deal. They were just friends. So I, forgave him, and we moved past it, and that was back in August.
And now what's happening?
And so 2.5 months ago, we are stationed across the country, and I find out that he has been seeing a different girl.
How old is your husband?
It's 22.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you don't get married at 20 and 22.
Yeah, that's why you don't get in the military and don't get married at 22. Do you have kids?
No.
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
All right, look, in a world where everyone just gets divorced, couldn't you just chalk this one up to experience and move on? It's not that you couldn't be married to this guy if you could somehow...
Fast forward 10 years?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know that guys have it in them at that age, especially with what's going on. Put her on hold, Drew. I have to pontificate for a moment.
But this guy particularly, he's a really, again, he's got a little bit of 1780s guy in him, and he's a 22-year-old 2009 male.
Well, his phone was taken away by R. Lee Ermey, so he needed to write. That's where the writing came in.
Right.
That's
Still,
that explained that.
Yeah.
By the way, she should have said that the 55th time we brought it up, but some things never change here in Loveline. Let me say this. Guys who are 22 often cheat. They have a lot of energy. It's just energy.
Yeah.
People talk about morals. They talk about, finding your moral compass and that kind of stuff. It really just boils down to energy. 3 times a week, I stand up and I go, you know what? I'm going to bang a stranger. And then I go, I'm going to finish watching Curb Your Enthusiasm. And then I'll do it. And then I fall asleep. It's really energy. It's not even.
Well, it's a storm of testosterone, right? As you're in testosterone.
Yes, I mean it's like, you know what it's like. It's like you don't get into fights anymore once you get into your 30s,
Right.
40s, or
I mean,
whatever.
look at,
whereas you were getting into scraps all the
Absolutely.
time.
Look at every terrorist or every sort of social unrest. It's all
They're not in
young
their
males without
50s.
jobs. Yeah,
Right, young angry males without jobs with wood. I mean that's what it is. And so here's the deal: you marry one of these guys, it's a 10-year cool down period before he starts getting into that sort of dad mode. Now, once in a while, you get a keeper in there, and it turns out fine, but not this guy.
Yeah, clearly not this guy. He showed his
this
colors.
ain't that guy. And I'm also saying that because of technology, I don't know that we can do this anymore. I mean, okay, back in the day.
So I'm going to put you as you as 22 today. You, Adam Carolla, you're 22.
I'm going on my Facebook. I'm Twittering. I'm going on these internet
Be fair,
sites.
not you.
Not me. I don't know how to spell.
But you're going on the porn sites.
I'm going on, not only going on the porn sites, I'm just going on these social networking sites.
Yeah,
and I'm seeing there's a bunch of chicks, and one of them's, just over there in Sherman Oaks, and she has the same interests I have. You know what I mean? Technology meets 22 meets wood. It ain't going to work these days. You got to just get married when you're 35.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Drew, they don't have kids.
Yeah, I think it's all right.
It's like, screw